All right, the reason that I'm a little late on this is because I honestly couldn't find much, or should I say Rebecca couldn't find much. I went on as well and looked, but I couldn't find pretty much anything else. But I will tell you what we found. So The Cabin came out yesterday, and having watched the trailer, I can say that the trailer is a farce. The trailer actually looks like it could be a decent movie, but I'm not buying it. From what I saw of the footage from the film, now the trailer throws in this tense music and blah, blah, blah. And it seems like it's intriguing. It seems like it might be decent. But as I said, I'm not falling for it. It's not, I would love to be proven wrong. If someone watches it and is like, you're crazy, this movie's great, cool. But for some reason, I was not feeling the trailer, the footage, the actual footage from the film just looked cheap. No, not digging it. It looks like a home invasion type movie, maybe a jealous ex-boyfriend or something coming to stalk a family. I don't know. Boyfriend and a girlfriend go out, or maybe they're married, I don't know. And there's this guy chasing them. The mask looks cool, the mask that this guy wears, but I'm not buying it. Then today, a film called Christmas Blood comes out. It is subtitled for those of you who don't like to read your movies. I dug this trailer, although there were other conflicting reports saying that it was coming out December 18th. So I don't know. I couldn't figure that out. I will look after this video to see if it's anywhere. Probably should have looked before, but hey, you know what? This looks like a Killer Santa flick. I can't tell you what language it was in, but the trailer definitely looked cool. It looked like a crime thriller with a killer Santa. It was, you know, kind of grimy, and it had a cool feel to it. I dug it. I absolutely want to check this out. Another Killer Santa Claus Christmas horror movie is always a nice addition if done well, and this one looks like it might be. Also, we got December 14th, which is almost 2 weeks later. As I said, there's almost nothing this whole month, but there's always a few surprises that pop up. Each month that I've done this, there's been like 2 or 3 things that come out that somehow I missed and I couldn't find reports of anywhere, and they just drop, and you're like, oh, cool, you know, I'm good with that. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope 50 fucking awesome things drop, but this is all I could find that was being publicized or whatnot. December 14th, we have The House That Jack Built, which I can only assume this is going to be the edited version, since everyone's a fucking pussy. And now people are, you know, not wanting to release the uncut version of this film. So I'm hoping that the VOD will have the option of the uncut version or the censored version. Like, you want to have that? Fine. But don't take the uncut version from us. I just don't understand that. We're fucking adults. We should be allowed to see the version the director wants us to see if we want to. You want to release the pussy version, then all the pussies can rent that. But let us have our fucking uncut version. Don't hold it from them. So I hope I'm just fucking speaking for no reason here and they release it uncut on VOD. But from what I've read, and they're not going to release the uncut version in theaters. I know there's a limited release on the 14th as well, and that's going to be cut. Hope I'm wrong on that too, but from what I've read, I'm not going to be. Please just release the uncut version on VOD. And the cut version for people who want to see that version. To not give us both is insulting. Honestly, it's fucking insulting. So, sorry, I don't mean to get pissed off, but that shit annoys me to no end. It's like when Adam Green tried to release Hatchet 2 uncut in the theaters, and I went to the theater and they had pulled it. Because they were like, oh, people were complaining it's too graphic. You went to an uncut horror film that's promoted to be gory and you complain about the gore? And then I saw the uncut version and it's not even that bad. People are fucking pussies. Anyone who complains about a film being too graphic is a fucking pussy. Okay? It's fine if you don't like them. There's nothing wrong with that. But to actually try to get people to censor stuff, like, oh, here, cut this and cut that. No, just don't watch the fucking movie. Sorry. Anyway. Also on December 14th, we get the Sabrina Christmas episode, A Midwinter's Tale. So anyone who's a Sabrina fan, we do get a Christmas special, which hopefully it's better than Star Wars Holiday Special, which I think pretty much anything would be. On December the 15th, we get the new Reanimator reboot, Herbert West Reanimator. I honestly haven't watched the trailer for this yet to see the quality of it. This is one I kind of want to go into blind because I am a fan of the Reanimator films, or at least the first two anyways. Beyond Reanimator is something I would like to revisit eventually, and I would love to cover on the channel. I need to get back to doing series. That's like the thing I love doing, and I haven't done it in forever on here, and I apologize. I should be doing it more. And then on December the 21st, we have Bird Box with Sandra Bullock, the Netflix original horror movie that looks like A Quiet Place, but instead of sound, it's vision. I'm digging this. I look forward to it. The trailer looks unique and cool. Yes, a lot of people are going to compare it to A Quiet Place, and they'll probably shit all over it because of it, but I'm not one of those kinds of people. I will watch this film as its own thing. I will not try to compare it to that at all. And I will tell you this, there's no way that this was made for A Quiet Place because of A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place came out in March of this year, and this is coming out in December with Sandra Bullock and a bunch of other familiar. No, they did not fucking greenlight this movie, make it in response to A Quiet Place. It's just not possible. They couldn't have made this movie that fucking fast. So it's just coincidental that this happens to look similar, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm not. And that's really all the films. The only other stuff we have coming out here is the television series Night Fliers, which is brought to you from the mind of George R.R. Martin from Game of Thrones. I don't know if that means he wrote a book and this is based off of that book, or if this was an idea or whatnot, but George R.R. Martin, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fanatic. And it's a sci-fi show that is on the Sci-Fi Network. It has already been all released as of December 2nd on the Sci-Fi app, like they did with Channel Zero Season 4. So I will be checking that show out very soon, and I will definitely be covering it on the channel. I heavily look forward to that sci-fi horror George R.R. Martin Sci-Fi Network, which they actually make good stuff right now. I know a lot of people shit on that network, but there is. Oh, and also sci-fi. There you go. I didn't have it written down. I'm glad I said sci-fi, because on December 11th, the Leprechaun movie comes out, which I'm totally excited for. And the reason that I'm totally excited for it is because the director of that movie directed The Void, and he also helped direct Father's Day. He's part of Astron 6, which if you guys aren't familiar with them, definitely check out their stuff. Low budget, fun stuff, but they kind of branched off, and one went and did The Void, and the other ones went and did The Editor, which The Editor is excellent if you haven't seen it. But yeah, Leprechaun Returns, which has Ozzy in it from the original, from the Jennifer Aniston one, so it is a direct sequel to the first, which it's funny that everyone's doing this now. Like, not everyone, but it's just funny that, and Halloween wasn't the first, but there's just films that are coming out, like Texas Chainsaw 3D and whatnot, where they just take the original and ignore all of the sequels and just make a direct sequel to the original. Halloween just did it. Leprechaun's doing it. I've heard reports that, Nightmare on Elm Street might do it, which would be interesting. Bringing back Heather Langenkamp and Robert Englund and whatnot. Another film did it too. It's escaping my mind right now, but they did that recently, and it's another bigger franchise that just ignored all the sequels. But it just seems like the thing to do, which is fine because the sequels ignore the original. in the Leprechaun series. I watched and reviewed all fucking 7 of them on here, and none of them have anything to do with the first movie, so it's fine. This one is a direct sequel, and because of Kazansky directing this, because of Ozzy coming back, because it takes place in the house from the original, I'm down. I'm so down. So, and Warwick Davis is not reprising his role. I saw something that he said that he doesn't want to make horror movies until his kids are 18. Okay, I don't know what that means. But yeah, I look forward to it. December 11th. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, anyway, so Hulu, the show Into the Dark on Hulu, which are an anthology series of films. We get one new one a month. There's been 2 so far. I covered on the channel, one for Halloween, one for Thanksgiving, and now we're getting one for Christmas and New Year's. Now there's an episode called Puka, which comes out on Friday, which I will be watching tomorrow night at midnight because I'm a fucking crazy lunatic like that. This is one I've been looking forward to because in the trailer, this was the one that looked visually the coolest. This Puka thing, I'm guessing that's the name of this creature that's in the episode, looks awesome. So I'm heavily looking forward to this episode. I'm hoping that this is the first great episode. The other ones so far have been fine. They've been subpar. They've been like, that was okay. And for a feature-length movie, I wanted it to be better than okay. It's a 20-minute episode. It's like, it's 20 minutes, no big deal. But because it's a feature-length, because it's an hour and a half, and I'm sitting through a movie, it's like, I want a little bit better than okay. Now, another conflicting report here is that I saw on this website that the episode New Year, New You, which is the New Year's episode, which I would expect to drop in January, they're saying it's going to be released on December 28th, which is a Friday. And Hulu has it, from other sites that I've seen, coming out on the 2nd of January, which is not a Friday. So it makes more sense that it would come out on a Friday since all other episodes have come out on a Friday, which the 28th is a Friday. So I'm hoping that that report is right and we're getting 2 of these films this month. As long as they're good, hopefully. If they're not good, I don't want them to be released at all. But anyways, if you guys know of any other things, any other movies, any other TV series, horror related, let me know below. My biggest release of this month for sure is Mortal Engines. I'm a huge Peter Jackson fanboy. I absolutely look forward to this movie like crazy. I'm actually going to pay extra to see it on the IMAX, which I've never done before. It just visually looks like it's going to be something I want to see as big as I can. So let me know what your biggest release of this month is, and if you know of any other horror movies coming out. Other than that, Merry Christmas, guys, and Happy New Year.